welcome. Today we're talking with Patrick O'Brien, CEO of LenderLogix, a fintech for mortgage lenders. Patrick, welcome, and thank you for joining us at Credit Union Digest.
Pleasure's all mine, Larry. Thanks for having me.
Great. All right, well, Patrick, let's get started. Maybe I can start with a brief overview of LenderLogix key products.
Sure. We sell mortgage technology, and generally we fit into the point of sale category. What we do is really sell modular solutions that focus on member borrower experience. So we have a point of sale solution that we call Lightspeed, which is kind of a light, easy to implement point of sale that kind of doesn't serve as a second loan origination system, but really provides the functionality that credit unions are often looking for in point of sale technology. We sell a handful of other products. We sell a product called QuickQual, which lets borrowers and realtors update pre-qualification and pre-approval letters on their device, run payment scenarios, closing cost scenarios, things like that. We sell a automated fee collection solution called Fee Chaser, which automates the fee collection process. So we really focus on kind of member experience and kind of leveraging technology to kind of give members the experience they expect these days.
Great. Thank you, Patrick. So what's the state of the mortgage processing market today?
Well, you got, you think about, you have Rocket Mortgage kind of sitting at the top, is the, at least the number one retail lender in the US. You have kind of a cohort of borrowers, home buyers that have been sort of trained by Amazon, kind of in sort of expect a elegant digital experience, which Rocket's really kind of stepped in and sort of set the tone there. And as far as the clients we sell to, your credit unions, independent mortgage banks, community banks, whatever the case is, are really trying to kind of keep pace with that sort of technological innovation, giving members, borrowers the experiences that they want. Right. While trying to kind of keep up with those leaders in the space, maybe on not quite the same budget as a Rocket might have.
Great. Thank you, Patrick. So when you're talking with mortgage lenders at credit unions, what are those top issues that they're seeking to solve?
Well, certainly member experience is right there at the top of the list. Credit unions historically have really kind of stood out in terms of being able to provide really high quality service to their members. So kind of one of the reasons we get involved is because credit unions are trying to deliver those kind of elegant technology experiences to their members, because that's really kind of table stakes at this point. Trying to compete with the other guys in the space, right? We talked about Rocket, largest retail market share in the United States. So, trying to, win back market share of their clientele instead of, ending up with these online lenders. Because again, we talked about Amazon before. It's like borrowers have certain expectations in terms of how they, interact with their lender. They expect a slick digital experience. They expect to be able to, take pictures of documents from an iPhone or whatever and have them uploaded. So really, that's one of the challenges that we hear frequently is, everybody wants to try to compete with the Rockets of the world and sort of want to integrate that type of technology into their own stack.
Great. Good points about the technology, creating those expectations. So following up on the technology point, what's the implementation cycle for setting up your services?
Well, we, when we started the company, we started the company 2015. 2016, we knew trying to make it as easy for a credit union or a customer of ours to do business with us. We needed to make it as easy for them as possible. So, one of the things we've worked years on is integrating into their existing legacy loan origination system so that a solution like ours can kind of come in as plug and play. So in terms of, implementation time, it's relatively short. I mean, we have most clients up and running, we measure those in weeks, not months. And it really is just kind of understanding the credit union's business process, kind of working in some of the customizations that, that we need to do in order to make it work with their business process. So again, having those integrations in place, is something that we've worked hard to do so that, we don't need to spend a lot of time doing a lot of custom development, because quite honestly, everybody's got a tight budget these days, and most of our clients don't really have internal staff to be able to do a lot of that heavy lifting. So, we take ownership of that piece of it.
Great. Thank you. So, Patrick, what are some of the benefits that credit unions are experiencing with your services?
Well, again, going back to the customer experience piece, it's being able to hang with the big guys. I mean, to give the membership access to the same tools that that some of the largest tier 1 lenders in the United States would be able to provide is really kind of the primary benefit. But we hear from our clients, we had a particular credit union client where the loan officer told us, they're able to manage far more clients in their pipeline because they're able to deliver these services without kind of having to manually do a lot of things. So, they want to provide high quality service to their borrowers, to the realtors. So when we're able to put technology like ours in the hands of those members, it lets the loan officer scale their business. So instead of only be able to manage, 25 deals in their pipeline, they can manage 50 because the technology is doing a lot of the heavy lifting, and in no way compromising that member experience. That's really at the core of what it is that we do, is let that credit union scale their service instead of it diminishing. Really use the technology to scale that. So yeah, I'd say, we hear that feedback consistently from our clients, that they're able to provide a higher level of service to their clients, without having to, while still being able to manage the restrictions that they had. I don't need the client to come into the branch all the time. I don't, we're able to operate outside of business hours because the technology is able to do a lot of self-service things. So, ultimately that results in higher volume, higher conversion rates for the credit union, and a real high quality member experience.
Great. Thank you, Patrick. Really good points on the technology benefiting both the member and the, lending officers at the credit union. Not something that we think about all the time. So thank you for spending time today with Credit Union Digest, and help us better understand LenderLogix products and how credit unions can better service their members. So again, thank you, Patrick.
I appreciate the time, Larry.
Great. In closing, thank you for joining Credit Union Digest. If you have additional questions for Patrick, please see the link in his bio.